As we talked about, the U.S. will be sending more military equipment to South Korea and Japan. This as the West waits for another anticipated North Korean weapons test. Senior Foreign Affairs correspondent Greg Palcott is in Seoul, South Korea tonight.
A North Korean official promised more, quote, gift packages for the United States if it doesn't back off. This after last weekend's test of an advanced nuclear device that the Kim Jong-un regime claimed was a hydrogen bomb. And amid reports, North Korea is moving yet another intercontinental ballistic missile to a launch site.
We hope all relevant sides can make efforts to avoid an escalation of tensions.
That hope set aside as South Korea is flexing its own military muscle, staging a live-fire military exercise at sea, as President Trump agreed to substantially increase the sale of sophisticated military equipment to South Korea and Japan. And Washington agreed with Seoul to increase the payload limit on South Korea's missiles.
We believe this will be useful for responding to North Korea's nuclear and missile threats.
At Monday's UN Security Council meeting, U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley demanded the strongest possible measures against the North and issued a stark warning.
His abusive use of missiles and his nuclear threats show that he is begging for war.
Russian President Vladimir Putin at a regional summit branded any new sanctions useless and inefficient and had his own warning.
Under these circumstances, winding up a military hysteria will not bring us good. All of this can lead to global catastrophe.
The threat of a conflict with North Korea has prompted Japan to look at ways to evacuate its 60,000 citizens from South Korea. There are some 200,000 Americans in the South, including troops. While the U.S. military drills an evacuation, some here feel many will get caught in the middle.
Here in Seoul, we regularly hear of threats to turn Seoul into a sea of fire. What happens when those threats start emerging on New York or Washington? I don't think there'll be much tolerance in the U.S. for that, and understandably so.
In fact, what we are hearing in a nervous Seoul is that the Trump administration is a wild card as much as anything else. How the U.S. reins in an increasingly aggressive Kim Jong-un could affect all. Brett.
Greg Palcott in Seoul, South Korea. Greg, thanks.